That's a tough one. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with Tank. I don't know. It's a tough one. It's a close one, but I don't know. Tank might be a little too strong for Lopez. I don't know. Lopez is strong too, man. So it's a toss-up.
It's kind of ironic when I was talking about what if Mikey Garcia stayed at 135. When we look at 135, we have Ryan Garcia, Tank Davis, Teofimo Lopez, Lomachenko, Devin the Dream Haney. If Mikey Garcia stayed at 135, can you imagine what kind of fights he could have been involved in? Mikey Garcia says if he can get those fights at 140, Gervonta Davis, Teofimo Lopez, he is willing to move down. He was one of the finalists to fight Manny Pacquiao, but it seems like Pacquiao ain't fighting until maybe summer 2021. And right now, the 4th division champ, Mikey Garcia, is campaigning at 147. In Mikey Garcia's mind, the Manny Pacquiao fight would be a very competitive fight, and he'd think he would have a chance to beat Pacquiao. But since that fight's not going to happen, he'll take a Tank fight or a Teofimo Lopez fight at 140. I don't think the Tank fight happens for 2 reasons. Tank is not going to 140, and Mayweather's not even looking in Mikey Garcia's direction. Now, Teofimo at 140, who's a big lightweight, could be a very interesting fight against Garcia because I don't see Garcia as a world 147-pounder. If it was a couple of years back, I would pick Garcia to beat Lopez. But at this point, I don't know if Mikey Garcia is a top fighter anymore, and I see Teofimo Lopez getting better and better. I think I'm going to roll with a young superstar in this one and Teofimo to take over Lopez to beat Mikey Garcia. I still wouldn't mind watching this fight.
We had a story today on The Athletic about, your comments about the divide and some of the disagreements you're having with Oscar and how the relationship's not going exactly perfectly well.
Hubo una historia ahora en el Athletic donde está tu división con Oscar, cómo no está muy bien la relación, todo eso, lo que salió en la historia, eso que está preguntando.
Es una relación de trabajo.
This is a work relationship.
As you heard all over YTBC, Canelo is a free agent. He's done with Golden Boy Promotions. He's done with the Zone. He is now a free agent. He can fight anywhere he wants. Reynoso, who's also his trainer as well as his manager, he said Canelo's been working hard in the gym. He's ready to fight. They are trying to put a fight together before the year's up. And one of the guys they're looking at is undefeated 20-0 with 12 knockouts, IBF champ Caleb Plant. And the date they're looking at is December 19th, the old date for the Tyson Fury Wilder trilogy. Most of the fighters from the PBC does not have a promoter. They have an advisor, Al Heyman. So does this mean that Canelo Alvarez is going to sign with the PBC and Al Heyman, who's affiliated with Floyd Mayweather, Oscar De La Hoya's nemesis? As we all know, Canelo didn't make it no secret. He could not stand De La Hoya. He found De La Hoya very disloyal, made a lot of moves behind Canelo's back. According to Mike Compinger, once Canelo's separation agreement is finalized, him and Caleb Plant will start negotiations for December 19th super middleweight title fight. It will be on pay-per-view. If both fighters agree on a deal, the fight will be in Texas where fans are welcome. I'm not really sure about this, but to me it sounds like Canelo will be fighting for the PBC. And who's in the PBC? A lot of the fights that Reynoso wants. He's getting Caleb Plant. There's Jamal Charlo. There's Errol Spence. And if you want to throw a bonus in there, we got Big David Benavidez in there for a finale. You can also throw in whoever's holding the WBC title at that time. And I hear it over and over again, Canelo cherry picks. It doesn't sound like he's cherry picking now when he's negotiating to fight Caleb Plant. And I know the next thing people are going to say, well, Canelo fights at 168. Jamal's the champ at 160. WBC middleweight champ at 160. Errol Spence is a unified champion at 147. Jamal Charlo been talking about moving to 168. And Errol Spence said he'll meet Canelo at 160. It would be the biggest payday in these guys' career. And all these fights are possible if Canelo is joining the PBC, what I'm not sure of. But if he's fighting Caleb Plant, maybe it's just me. I just don't see Al Heyman put one of his champs out there like that against Canelo unless he has a deal. That's my opinion. I can't wait to see Canelo back in the ring, knocking out Plant. So what's your opinion? Will Canelo sign with the PBC, or would he follow in Mayweather's footsteps, Canelo Promotions?
For sure, he's a competitor in my division, a good one as well, and it'll give me a chance to showcase what I'm about as well. I had my little slip up last year, we brushed it off and we got the belts back, and now I want to go out there and get back on the gravy train and fight the likes of Fury, 100%, but without getting past Pulev, who's a serious competitor and challenger. There ain't no talks of Tyson Fury and stuff like that.
I like what I'm hearing from Anthony Joshua, and I really hope he is focused on Cobra Pulev. Cobra Pulev is a dangerous opponent if you're not prepared for him. All this talk about Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua in 2021 could be very distracting. And according to Alexander Usyk, the fight may not happen because he's going to be in the way. So you might have to defend against him or vacate the WBO title. And I know AJ is taking Cobra Pulev serious, but it's hard not to think you're one fight away, or you could be one fight away from having a chance to be undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. Is right there. You can't reach it, but you can see it. Anthony Joshua said he's training to destroy Pulev so he can move to the next level. And he said he has a lot of respect for Tyson Fury's ability. He said Tyson Fury is a very formidable opponent and he's going to bring the best Anthony Joshua, and he looks forward to fighting Fury after Pulev. AJ said it's always been his wish to fight the toughest competitors in the heavyweight division. Now, Wilder and Fury says things like this, but AJ proves this. Action speaks louder than words. At the same time, he cannot overlook Pulev. He only lost once, and that was against Vladimir Klitschko, a fight I think he should win by knockout. But a lot of people saying that, and I'm sure Pulev is hearing that, and that makes him hungry and motivated. And that's why Joshua has to be ready. He has to be on his A game and take Pulev out. Bob Arum is picking Pulev to win by knockout, which should give AJ motivation to take care of business. No one is trying to see Pulev and Fury for undisputed. You can be keen on getting your hands on Tyson Fury's belt. But before that can happen, you must put Pulev to sleep. Keep your eye on the prize. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Jay Beasy. Subscribe to the channel. I'm gone.